Greetings and salutations, brothers and sisters. Blessed be I am that I am, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy set apart name, which is Ahaya. In his son, Yeshua, the true Savior, I shall be confident. In his son, Yeshua, the true and living word, he shall be glorified. Y'all wonder why she got her hair out, why she ain't got her hair covering. Because you know why? As I opened up, I wanted y'all to get an understanding of what this video is going to be about. I don't normally come on today. And when I go to pray and prophesy, I will cover my head as instructed. When a woman is praying or prophesying, her head is to be covered. But right now, we're going to have a little serious heart-to-heart talk. We'll have a little heart-to-heart talk, family. Because I was getting myself ready this rising. And as I was getting myself ready, something came upon me. It's just a video I stumbled upon, and I want to just talk about, since it's Black History, so-called Black History Month. That's how we talk about some things that are really not mentioned. We tired of hearing the same old, same old. I forgot to mention when I was watching the news yesterday while I was in the salon, how they put Whoopi Goldberg, okay, on a 2-week suspension. And when I looked up her comment of what Whoopi said, we know it is not necessary for the synagogue of Satan, who run the world, who are the wicked, who the earth has been given over to their hands. Job 9:24. We know these Jewish devils who run the media had to be extra sensitive because they're manipulators. They think it's just like Slavery days when there was probably one that was outspoken or something like that. They want to set an example and buck break the leader. So in case none of you got a chance to see the video, I'm going to go ahead and play the video of what Whoopi said. And then we're going to discuss it. We're going to go ahead and discuss it. Basically, it was on The View because she, everybody knows Whoopi is on The View. I'm not going to be saying the last name too much because I'm really not, y'all know how I am with slave tags, okay? I'm not really pressed about slave tags, okay? So it says, Whoopi apologized. It puts in capital, apologizes. This is from Entertainment Tonight, which is ET. Entertainment Tonight, TMZ, ABC, Fox, all y'all devils. I got something for y'all today, and for other ones, I got some for some other companies too. I stumbled upon a video of a brother. I think his channel was called Righteousness, and he was just sharing how when Lisa Cabrera was talking about different corporations, 50 corporations that are actually profiting off of our Black people, our people, so-called Black people, being in the prison system. Just simple places like, for example, Target and Starbucks that people are so pressed about. Walmart's on there, Victoria's Secret's on there, but we're going to get to that in a few minutes. So when I do go into my prophetic war zone, I definitely will be putting on my mantle. But we're going to discuss this situation with Whoopi right now. I want y'all to see just how wicked the so-called white man is. Now let's listen to what Whoopi said, and then we're going to, judge from there.
No more cystic acne.
Hold on, excuse this truck this ad.
That makes me, I've tried everything from drugstore, from high-end. I literally get sugar.
All right, let me start it over.
Let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race.
She said, let's be truthful about it. Unfortunately, you can't be truthful with the synagogue of Satan, who do lie. Not only did the Father identify them as the house of the devil, the wicked one, but he also gave a characteristic of they lied. Didn't we just discuss yesterday in John 8:44 how the Son said, hey, you of your father the devil. That's what he said to him. He said, you of your father the devil. Let me put my covering on because it's going to be hard for me not to go into the mantle in a drop of a dime. So let me just guard up. Well, yeah, we're going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about it. Since y'all want, and when I see little characters talking about, yeah, she need to be taught a lesson. Taught a lesson. We don't need you white people teaching us nothing. We don't need you white people teaching us nothing. That's the problem now. The problem is those who lie are doing all the teaching. Those who lie are doing all the talking. Those who lie are doing all, they're behind the cameras. They're behind the airways. They're behind the food. They're behind the banks. They're behind the laws, the judicial system. They're behind a lot of these things. And something needs to be done about it. And something is being done. And something will continue to be done. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, they don't even know how long they got. They don't know when the father is going to say, all right, cut. So she said, let's be truthful about it. She said, the Holocaust was not about race. It wasn't. Because what she's trying to say is, this ain't a racial issue. It's always funny how whenever Judah begins to cry out, Benjamin, Levi, Gad, Reuben, Manasseh, Ephraim, Issachar, Naphtali, Asher, those who have been scattered abroad, when we begin to cry out for the things that we're enduring, from the hands of the devil, the serpent seed, they try to put that Holocaust in there and add that on. No, the reason why it's not about race is because it wasn't two different nations, which is identified as a race of people against each other. It was white people against white people. In other words, Germans against some in their own territory who were Germans or Slavic. They want to identify as Jewish so they can make it be, it's a hate thing of a nationality. No, they're not even Jews. Revelations 2:9-3-9 tell you that. What they gonna probably do? We flagged your video. I don't give a John Brown what you do. You can't flag me in the spirit realm. Now come holler at me. We're going to bring this out today.
Man's inhumanity to man.
She said it's about man's inhumanity to man. And you know what they did? They had a problem with her having an opinion of an outlook concerning what the real issue was. Basically, they had a problem with her telling the truth. This is the devil out here. I ain't dealing with these robots. Blocking you and keeping on moving. And I rebuke you in the name of Yeshua. Yes, I rebuke the robot and whoever is behind the robot. I rebuke you in the mighty name of Yeshua. Now, the devil, the synagogue of Satan, known to many today as the Jewish people, they are the devil's children. They eat babies. They're behind a lot of these Amber Alerts and a lot of these children being missing. All those children you see on the wall in Walmart, on the milk cartons back in the day, in the newspaper ads. They're behind it all. What was wrong with that? I saw on the Fox News, of course, Fox News was like yesterday, some blonde devil, she devil talking about, well, it's about time somebody finally makes it. Shut up. As I was just talking about the way our king is going to trample on y'all and make your blood squirt.
Is apologizing for those controversial comments she made on Monday.
Oh, in other words, I apologize. Did I make you offended, Massa? Massa, did I make you offended? The day of this apology nonsense is an end. You ain't getting no apologies out of the 144. You ain't getting it out of us. Out of the 144K, those who the Most High put his spirit on, the zealots out here, you ain't getting no apology. You're going to get prayer in the secret place concerning you, your seed, and your generations before you. We coming for you, and we not going to stop. Shalom, my beloved sisters, royal outcasts. Royal outcasts. That's exactly what we are. We royalty that's been outcasted by these funky, filthy hyena dogs out here. Today we talking about how Whoopi was put on a 2-week suspension from these dog devils for telling the truth. You know you can't tell the truth around the synagogue of Satan, or yes, you can, but they just won't let you. And then they want to show a picture of her when she got the blonde locks in. They know what they doing. They know your true creator don't really like blonde. They play a certain wine and say, do you know by a press of a button? Do you know by the signing of this contract, we can ruin you? What does one even have in this life anyway? It's better to die like Samson, die in with integrity than to stand and be knocked over and bent over and buck broke. Talking about what she said. It ain't about race. And she absolutely right, Jewish people, synagogue of Satan. How about we talk about how it's about identity theft? How about we talk about that? How about we talk about how y'all stole our whole wide identity? Just so you can be looking different amongst you other white ones out there. All you Jewish people look like is you just the daggone Amish people with the remix. You Amish people with the remix. And the remix is the curly fries on the side of your head. That's the only thing that's different. Y'all don't ride around horses. You probably, you got the nice cars and this and the third. You got America still giving over all this money to you. Oh, Dairy Van Frank. Oh, gas chambers. Oh, shut up. I'm one sister who do not give a John Brown. It's a darn shame Saul didn't get rid of y'all. See, Hitler was right about y'all. He simply said he should have go. Take a deep breath. This is probably why they try to make it. See, notice they don't even define the history of the Germans as much as it would have been from. Like, you think about it. Our ancestors were enslaved by the Edomites, aka Caucasians. Do you see the continual rivalry to this day? Here it is. The Jewish people, right, went through basically was just spoils of war, whatever have you. They say, oh, that's insensitive. We're going to strike your video. We're going to strike you down. You already been shadow banning me. You already been on my heels. I'm going to give you a reason to be on my heels. Because one thing for sure is my work don't stop on this screen when this screen's off. I said last time, I said, Father, when I saw this video concerning Whoopi, I am so sick and tired of Esau.
It all started when the panel was discussing a Tennessee school district's decision to ban the graphic novel Mouse, which is about the Holocaust.
Personally, I'm shocked because, given the story of Mouse, I'm surprised that's what made you uncomfortable. The fact that there was some nudity and it's about the Holocaust, the killing of 6 million people.
And she said it was about the. So basically saying, it's nudity. Now this is what cracks me up with whoever's calling the shots about what should be banned and what should be given. What cracks me up is that it's a problem about I don't really care about the book, but they want to act like they're such a moral people, right? When it comes to banning something concerning, you know why? Because there's information in it that's going to prove the point of our history. What's up, Mr. Good? This is the reason why. If they ban the Bible and they're banning this book, you're going to be able to compare the two. What in the world Whoopi is talking about? So basically, it was a book that was basic. I'm not saying Jewish because I'm not going to attach anything they got to do with the identification of our people to these clown, cat, dog, devil, hyenas, lying children of the devil, okay? Which is so-called Jewish people with their ugly selves. Yes, I said it, especially the red ones. Hate redheads and freckles. Anyway, what Whoopi was saying was, basically the Holocaust wasn't about race. She said, and then further down, the one lady on the one side, she was like, it's about white supremacy, right? But what she was saying was, bottom line, it ain't a race situation. It was about a man being wrong to humanity. That's what she was saying. But what she was really, what you could put between there is white man being wrong to white man. How about that? Here you can't point the finger at us. We wasn't the ones that had nothing to do with that. You don't ever find us in history the ones being inhumane and uncivilized to other people. But you'll always find that Neanderthal, red, raw meat having looking, funny looking dog behind everything that has happened to any other people on the earth and the planet, including the animals and the greenery, the plants. For crying out loud. So they want to ban a book. Why? Because they got some. Why? Because the numbers ain't matching up with the lies y'all told. Tell me because of some nudity. But you got drag queens reading in school. Stop acting like y'all so moral. Edom, you are profane. You are the border of wickedness. You are the rat dog. You is the mouse that the Most High can't wait till he come and smash and eradicate you. Sick and tired of Esau with everything inside of me. Father, help me to go.
They don't use the naked part as a kind of a canard to throw you off from the fact that they don't like history that makes white people look bad.
Boom! They don't like history that makes white people look bad. Oh my gosh, we can't tell a story when it's like white people are doing wrong to another group of white people. Gee. But y'all want everybody to remember y'all crying. Explain, you don't have to give everybody the story on it. Explain why all these tax dollars is going over there to them fake Jews in the first place. Explain to us that. Oh, they don't want Black history taught in school no more. Why? Because it makes white people look bad. They don't want Holocaust to be talking no more because it makes white people look. You know what it is? What it all summed down to, family? What it all narrowed down to? I'm going to tell you what it all narrowed down to. It narrowed down to this. The man of sin is being revealed. What he said yesterday when we was reading Jeremiah 49, he said he's going to reveal his secret places, which means his secrets that he has hid and he is being hidden because he's trying to hide. Because he's a marked man. What marks and identify him? The image of sin, the mark of man, 666. Oh, beast. Oh, dog, hyena. And guess what? No matter what I say, how real I keep it, my father gonna keep making you dogs come bowing down to me. He gonna keep making you dogs get in order. That's just what it is. That's what you was made to be. Esau, get your back strong for we can stand on. People say, oh, she being mean. She being too harsh. She being rude. I don't give a John Brown what you think I'm being. I woke up this morning not for the nonsense. Went to bed last night, not with the nonsense. Oppression make a wise woman mad.
Continues debating the
2 weeks punishment and
don't agree.
Girl, Whoopi, while you on vacation, boo, how about you do some research and find out exactly what's about? You probably already know by now. How about you make some moves concerning that? What they gonna replace her with? A funny little stupid acting, what, Lonnie Love or somebody that's gonna make you laugh? We not in the mood to be laughing, Lonnie. They always want people to make you laugh and shuck and jive with you. Tap dancing and top head with the cane with you. Nah.
Because the Holocaust isn't about race. No. It's not about race. It's about a different race. But it's not about race. It's not about race.
Look how one daughter of Zion got them dogs in check. No, shut your mouth. No rough. Shut your mouth. It's not about race. Why? You can't blame race when Judah ain't got nothing to do with it. Because why race was made up it's the grade category of what they designed to basically make you think that people are divided from color and land identification marks rather than nationality. Because when we talk nationality, it doesn't matter if you're a Spaniard, if you're Dutch, you're German, you're French, you're Irish, you're Italian, you're all Edomites. You're all the same darn dogs for our working song. Just different dogs with different spots. That's all. This one's a Doberman Pinscher. This one's a boxer. This one's a little Chihuahua. Oh, that's a Chihuahua. And so forth and so on. So basically, as this video is titled, Some Truth or whatever about Black history and present, we don't need to talk about history when we got enough within the present. We can look back and see the history is being repeated. Has not changed. Ain't nobody free. The freedom that the children of the Most High can receive is freedom according to the mental and the status in the spiritual realm to obtain things that has been held back due to our ancestors' disobedience. They can't touch that.
It's about man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's about.
I'm saying mankind, because they're not man. They're kind of something like a man. Remember, the Most High denied Esau. He sought repentance with tears. We read last night in my Aramaic version that Cain said, my transgression is unforgivable. Understand that he said to all, if I would draw all men to me, man is drawn to the word. Mankind is something kind of like a man. What is mankind? Because the serpent seed, remember Genesis. Excuse me. He said, your seed to the serpent and the woman's seed. So that's two different type of seeds gonna have enmity against each other. What people on this earth are two different manners of people who have enmity against each other? I tell you who. Esau and the children of Jacob. When you say Jacob, some of these dumb, stupid, dizzy crackers be like, Jacob's not here anymore. No, stupid, we are Jacob, dingbats. So stupid. I can't with these crackers, man.
The Oscar winner immediately received backlash on social media, leading.
That's another thing. Immediately received backlash. Here it was. They blew the whistle, and all the puppets, the media puppets, ran by the media puppeteers, was like, let's get Whoopi. You got to be strong out here when you speak this truth. Because let me tell you something. The truth is hated. Pontius Pilate said, what is truth? Truth was so foreign from these lying Edomite devils, they never knew it. All they ever knew was a lie. Because their fathers have inherited lies, you fake Jewish people. Y'all ain't Jews. Jews is black. You wish you was a Jew. With your stank-looking dirty cells. Smell like raw meat when you come out the sun. Smell like raw meat. And the sun burns you.
Her to apologize on Twitter Monday.
I hate you from the bottom of my soul. I hate you.
On today's show, I said the Holocaust is not about race, but about a man's inhumanity to man.
Now, what was so wrong with that? They basically want to say, no, you were supposed to say it was about race. No, you don't. So basically, she apologized for speaking truth. It wasn't about what she said. She had to basically recount what she said so that after those who heard her can no longer think. But see, once the word goes out there, if the fact that y'all sending this backlash like this is going to make us think in areas you have no idea how we're going to think. The most I can do, the mind is very, very powerful. Y'all thought we would. Only one that's going to be like, she need to be told us and that was wrong is the rest of you Edomite dog devils. Y'all don't matter. Y'all are minor. Y'all are the minorities. And I've even seen some in the comment section that said she apologized for saying America's not the whole world. In other words, you see, these are people who are not Jewish who are seeing how stupid and irony is, which is the minor level tribes of Edom. Because for so long, the Jewish people was prancing around like they were some elite amongst their own people. You're the same dog, hyena, devil. You just some people, you're just a sect with a stolen identity to get something that was not set aside for you. He promised to Abraham and unto Abraham through Isaac, unto Isaac, Jacob. He didn't say nothing about no Esau. You red devils who are red, y'all are Edomites. And your daddy is the serpent. Your daddy's the devil. Evil is evil, point blank, period. The only ones that's able to identify that is the upright individuals of Jacob. We were made that way. So it means our perception and judgment concerning things are like our father. But with those dog devils, they can't think upright, beloved brother. Isn't it a shame? Isn't it a shame? Talking about on today's show, I said the Holocaust is not about race, but about man's inhumanity to man. I should have said it's about both. No, you shouldn't have. And we're not buying that. We're not accepting your apology. We don't give a John Brown girl bye. It's not even that deep. They can go ahead somewhere. They got beat up in the playground and nobody's don't care. You took an L. Take that L, you fake Jews. Oh, Father, I pray that we can tag up some of their females. I pray it be a war. I know it's spiritual, but I'm just asking, Father, if I could just request if we could just tag up some of their females. Knock them hair covers off their head. This so hardly trying to stay with all this mic because their hair is slick like a dog's hair. Y'all ain't got wool like the Creator. Y'all don't look nothing like the Creator.
As Jonathan Greenblatt from the
Anti-Defamation
League shared, the Holocaust was about the Nazis' systematic annihilation of the Jewish.
Listen to that. Systematic annihilation. Shut up. Shut up. Now, since you want to talk about systematic annihilation, how about we go there? We're going to talk about a few corporations who benefit, with a total of 50 of them, who benefit from modern slavery. If any of these companies, I say to you, if I read off of here, try your best to avoid these companies. I don't have all 50. I have a few of them. Now, I got some of these from Sister Lisa Cabrera's video when she was putting them on a screen. I sat there and wrote it down. First one on the list, Microsoft. Second one on the list, Victoria's Secret. Third on the list, Whole Foods. You want to know something? I'm going to tell you right now. I kid you not. Majority of these lists, when I read these places, whenever I would see them or go in them or even deal, there was something spiritually that really vexed me. I really get vexed with the Whole Foods, the Starbucks, and the Victoria's Secrets. And I'm going to tell you why. It's just like the territory, Macy's. This is places where if you was to go being Jacob, you're going to get watched. You're going to get, I think we got one. I got bait. It's like they're fishing. The front is we're selling merchandise, but we're really just a place to allure so that we can accidentally say that you stole, or can we check your bag or follow you in the store, or somebody say something about crazy, you want to provoke you to fight us, and then we can lock you up. All this kind of nonsense. I need my bougie sisters out here. Stop thinking you're doing something grand special because you're going up in somebody's Starbucks, Target. I understand that there's nothing we can do because we are in the land of our captivity and we can't avoid giving our money to these oppressors. But when you go to these stores, curse the merchant. Say in the name of Yeshua, I curse this purchase unto the hands who receive it. How about that? I'm serious. You think I'm playing with you? No, I'm not playing with you. Get your receipts and say, let this $25.35 be a testimony against you, and whatever the tax is, let that be the interest of the rebuke to him. Say, Father, remember this place, because that's what we're gonna do in the end when I'm done reading these lists off to y'all. Walmart, Starbucks, BP Gas, Nintendo, AT&T, Target, Encore, Dell, Eddie Bauer, Kmart, Boeing, Macy's, Wendy's, Verizon, McDonald's, Revlon's Products, Shell Oil Company, Your Ups, Hewitt Pat, which is HP. Okay, those are some. Let me get the list, the whole one, because I don't want to leave none of them out today. I woke up for intentions. Woke up really early for intentions. So you want to talk about history? We're gonna talk about the history of these companies who's been profiting off of our people going to jail. Shut the whole H up. Get off my channel with this nonsense. Go ahead and get out of here, you stupid robotic devil. You. Let's get 50 states. 50 states. I mean, not 50 states. Excuse me. You think about 50. They got one company for each state. And guess what? Isn't that something? They can profit from. It's like their profits are so grand. It presents a certain percentage that when these officers arrest somebody, they're getting money for our people being arrested. It's a darn shame. I'm sick and darn tired. Yeah, we finna get this list. We finna get this list. Just see this picture real quick. Let that marinate in your mind. See this. There was children. You talking about some Holocaust? Y'all ain't nearly endured what we endured. Y'all better shut up and be grateful. Be grateful you went in them gas chambers. Be grateful. Take that on the chin. Shut up. Oh, Father, telling you. Praise the Ari. The enslavement of African American people in the so-called African American people in the Americas by the nations and peoples of Western Europe created the economic engine that funded modern capitalism. So when you wonder why this dollar's losing its value and they trying to come in with a new currency, it's because there's blood on the money currency system and it's causing it to crumble. And it don't matter if you go to Bitcoin or whatever you do. That blood is going to speak out against you as it spoke out against Cain in the field, because Cain was a keeper of the ground. And when he shed the blood of Abel, it cried out from the place that he kept. And so for you, you demonic demons, Edomites, because of what you've done and how you were built, your very establishment has blood crying out from it, from the peak of the buildings to the foundation of the ground built, to the trees that sway in the ground. Our blood is crying out against you devils in this earth. And you know what? There comes a day when you're going to see. I'm not in the mood for no nonsense. Not a nair cracker better not come on my comment section with that dumb stuff. I mean business today. I'm not in the mood. Now, therefore, it comes as no surprise that most of the major corporations that were funded by Western European and American merchants, Edomite merchants prior to roughly 100 years ago benefited directly from slavery. Lehman Brothers, whose business empire started in the slave trade, recently admitted that their part in the business of slavery, according to the Sun-Times, the financial services firm acknowledged recently that its funding partners own not one, but several enslaved children of Jacob, aka Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the Civil War era, and that. Oh, and any other tribes too, because they also used our other brothers and sisters, other tribes to help catch us. Now what? Says, according to the Sun-Times, the financial services firm acknowledged recently that its funding partner. Okay, I read that. I can't read it again. The children of Jacob during the Civil War era, and that in all likelihood it profited significantly from slavery. This is a sad part of our heritage. That's a sad part. It's a disgrace. Sad. Somebody dropped, they had ice cream with three scoops. All the top scoop fell. That's sad. No, you can't compare that to what you did to our people. It's so sad, but you're still profiting though. It ain't sad when you count that money. Okay, I'm gonna leave this estate to my child, so-and-so. I'm gonna leave this to them, so-and-so, and I'm gonna leave that to them. It ain't that sad now, is it? It's not a game. She's not playing, saying her. That's right. Exactly, bro. Real facts. All right. So they go, it's a sad part of our heritage. Oh, shut up. We're deeply apologetic. I don't give a John Brown about children. Nothing deeper concerning Edom is worth value. It's something, but the deeper the rabbit hole goes, the more wicked. You might find a bed of pythons down there. Please. It was a terrible thing. How you going to say it was? Like as if that was then. When you are still profiting today from that. Your apology don't mean nothing. Did you apologize to the so-called Jewish people? Did they get an apology or they got a check? It's apology. Look, money talk, bull crap walk. And when it comes to doing right by us, we're going to need a little bit more than money, honey. We gonna need y'all blood because the words say that the land cannot be cleansed by the blood of someone who shed it, lest it be blood by the one who shed it. In other words, y'all shed our blood. It's time for y'all to bleed. Get your little babies and tie some screens around their torso and throw them to the daggone alligators. Nobody cares but your little bald Gerber babies. Them little ugly looking alien babies. I said it, they ugly. Now, see, Ari, that's wrong. Shut up. Aetna, Inc., United States' largest health insurer, apologized for selling policies in the 1850s that reimbursed slave owners for financial losses when the enslaved Africans they owned died. Aetna has long acknowledged that for several years, shortly after its funding in 1853, that the company may have insured the lives of slaves, said Aetna spokesperson. But they could barely even get the consideration of basic daily essential needs. They were a profit when they were dead. You wicked devils. Ooh, how many of our ancestors, when they were hung, it's like that, how many of their organs do you have account for? Let's talk about that. How many of our organs were y'all harvesting then? Wasn't just hanging us on trees. And because when it came to Nat Turner, they made sure they got every kind of use out of that brother. It said that they even took his skin and grinded it down to become oil in their wagon wheels. Tell me this is not some kind of daggone devil. Did you hear what I said? That's not a humane person, beloveds. We're dealing with aliens. We're dealing with demons. We're dealing with cave beasts. They didn't apologize when they threw out our ancestors exactly in the water to the gators. Exactly. That show didn't. I'm talking about bull crocs. These things was not no joke. They did it in the Nile. They did it over there in Egypt. Breathe, Ziari, breathe. To remind you every now and then, this is the devil the Bible speaks of. The man of sin. Crying out loud. J.P. Morgan Chase recently, I'm sorry, they go. It said, I ain't finishing the Aetna one. It said Aetna spokesperson Fred LaBerge in 2002. We express our deep regret over any participation at all in this deplorable practice. Oh, you do? Did it say, and they gave this amount of things, and they gave it? Oh, you didn't do nothing for that. Oh, you just apologized. Okay. J.P. Morgan Chase recently admitted their company's links to slavery. Today, we are reporting that this research found that between 1831 and 1865, two of our predecessor banks, Citizens Bank and Canal Bank in Louisiana, accepted approximately 13,000 enslaved individuals as collateral on loans and took their ownership of approximately 1,250 of them when the plantation owners defaulted on the loans. The company wrote in a statement. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I'm sick and tired, man. I'm sick and tired. They might have broke them horses, but they didn't treat them horses as bad as they treat our people. Nobody on the planet, there's a scripture that says it. Let me get that scripture. It says, there has been none that has been treated as worse as the children of Jacob to this day. Let me get that scripture. He said, I can't say no more better than you. It's like you read my mind. Oh, brother. We in the spirit. We want in the spirit. You know why? Because the suffering of our people has gone eradicated. It has gone undealt with. And we carrying that. Like if you ever raise your voice about, you're raising your voice, you're angry. You know why? Because genetically, I got some unsettled business in my blood concerning you devils. I looked on this website to get when I went to this salon to get that scripture. I had looked on this website, right, y'all? It's Jerusalem. And this they was it's something about it's just something about how Esau is like so like praised. And literally, it was 2 different nail salons that had these white people finger. Now, y'all know how aliens' heads is? I'm gonna draw a picture for you. Let me show you how ugly these little fingers was. I'm talking about ugly. You're like, okay, so ZR, that's irrelevant. No. I'm finna show you something. The same way they told you them aliens' heads look is the same way this lady's hands look. I kid you not. Hold on. I'm finna draw her hand for you. I kid you not. Listen, they was all the same length. Right? I kid you not. How I'm drawing this is exactly how her hands look. I said, they post that on their website? Them little ugly hands. So when I had got my nails done, I said, you want to go ahead and post on the website? I was testing them. He said, oh, that's okay. I said, okay. He said, no, I'll do it. I said, okay, go ahead. He said, you can post on my website. I ain't posting nothing on your website. I'll post the website. I'll put the scripture on there. Hey, rebuke to all you nations. Wash pots. I'll put that on your website. Devils. What does the Bible say about all nations? It says, Jerusalem, the Lord, prophets and songs. Okay, I think it's somewhere like in the prophets. Okay. No, that ain't it. There is no other nation that out of all the people, nobody has suffered like us. What is that scripture in? Scripture that say out of all the nations, nobody has suffered like the children of Jacob. Yo, get these little stupid little bots out of here. I can't find it. But you know what? It's in the scriptures. And it says, basically, I think it might be somewhere around, is he a homeborn slave? I think it's around there. Somewhere around there. But I tell you what, it's in the scriptures. We finna go back to these 50 companies that benefit from modern slavery. No time for this nonsense. Yeah, we finna get to this. See, we're not finna deter from it. Because people got a short attention span. Moving along. Oh, I done found something a little more better than that. Oh, no. They think they slave. So it says much of the money you spend on your consumer products could be used to support slavery. Do slaves dress you? Clothing and shoes pass through many hands as they. Okay, now I guess they're trying to say. Notice they're trying to be slick and put these little these like Indian kids under somebody that make it stuff. Not to speak against any person's child who is being slaved. I have compassion for that as well. That is so unfortunate. That they deal with that kind of stuff. They're diamond mining, and they even made a mockery of that in the movie called The Rescuers, where the little girl was, of course, it was a little white girl, who was taken by this one lady named, I think her name was Madame Medusa. The lady took the little girl, and she had 2 alligators, Brutus and another one, and they tried to make the little girl go in the cave to get the devil's eye. Yeah. This is in a Disney movie, y'all. Trying to see. Let me try this one. Okay, so we know that most local companies have modern slavery in their company. Yeah, I ain't talking about that. Okay, you know what? I got a better idea. 50 companies that profit off of, let me see, would it be the companies that profit off of incarceration? How about that? 50 companies that profit off of incarceration. Yes, 12 major companies benefiting from the prison industrial complex. Here we go. Private companies producing with U.S. prison labor in 2020. Here we go. See, the devils are going out each other. Yep, exactly. Exactly. They're just basically fighting who's more supreme than the other one. Because like the one lady said on the View with Whoopi, she said it's when Whoopi said it's not about race. The one white lady with the red hair was like, it's about white supremacy. How is it about white supremacy, beloved? Oh, maybe so. I guess one white group wants to think that they're more supreme. In other words, one Edomite tribe think they're more supreme than another tribe. That's all that is. Again, I'm going to show you. The man of sin. The darn devil. Prison labor is a central part of the United States prison system as it exists today. An exploration of the issue brings to light the perverse economic initiatives that propel the carceral complex. And I'm gonna just say this right here: United States it's evident, has received the majority of the number of slaves. So how else do you think they became the ruling, running top elite to this day? Forgive me if I don't know certain words for certain things, but you get my point. The sports alone, if our men was to come out of that sports, they make it seem like Brady is such a big ball. It doesn't matter how many balls he threw. Somebody had to catch him. He wasn't throwing the ball, catching the ball, running the touchdowns on himself, but they act like it was Brady and the boys. Can't stand it. Prison labor is a central part of the United States prison system as it exists today. An exploration of the issue brings to light the perverse economic initiatives that propel the carceral complex. Private corporations are insensitized. It's like my tongue be want to be slow. And sensitized to lobby for policies that maximize prison populations in order to sustain a business model that is only profitable because they exploit artificially deflated labor costs. Over 4,100 corporations profit from mass incarceration in the United States. These corporations include private prisons, which hold valuable government contracts featuring minimum bed guarantees and a fixed price per prisoner. Private companies that stock overpriced commissaries and provide telephone service. And a lot of these stupid crackers be like, well, we got to get these criminals off the road. You guys are always look at your communities. Like, y'all are so stupid. The Lovely Bones character, for example, did not live in the hood. And the reason why our people are the way they are and the way they turned out to be is because of the deliberate circumstances their white mommy and daddy put us in. It's showing you these companies is benefiting, and companies are being given grants and loans from the government, which means the government is in agreement to this type of treatment. Well, who was the ones involved with enslavement? They act like the government did us a favor with the Emancipation and Proclamation letter. You ain't do us no favor. The word said you wasn't going to buy or free us. So that was they saying we're not going to beat you back in. We're getting tired of being seen as so bad. We're going to just disguise our cave mentality into a more modern way of slaving you. I don't care what nobody says. The average white Edomite boy, man that looks like a boy, does not get treated the way our men do. And in this kingdom, they never will, but in the kingdom to come, boy, y'all got something coming for y'all. I am so grateful I'm not a cracker. Says cheap prison labor is a powerful labor market and sensitive. Y'all know the word initiative against criminal justice reform. The built-in low cost. And what gets me with English language is it doesn't look the way it's pronounced. It's a bastard language. You have 3 words that can mean 3 different things. It's just confusion, straight babble. Against criminal justice reform. The built-in low-cost workforce benefits the prison industry, which relies on compensated labor to keep operating costs low and sell cheap goods to government agencies and private companies. Companies that source prison-produced goods or themselves subcontract labor from prisons also benefit from low labor costs. Y'all, you know what? Hey, bro, listen. I tried to go to your video and subscribe. It wouldn't let me from here. I didn't even see you in here. The Center for Economic and Policy Research said the joblessness crisis for Black men costs about $50 billion per year, when in fact they invest in billions of dollars a year to keep us at a current state. Ain't that something? That's their language. Exactly. Their serpent tongue. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, it's like depression. Like, this is like, I don't even know the word for it. Like, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It ain't nothing in this place. It ain't nothing in this kingdom, man. Only thing that's valuable here is the souls of the Most High. Those that belong, and that's the only precious thing. Let me tell you something, family. We got to love each other, man. We got to love each other, because these hyenas out here don't give a John Brown about us. And what really starts to really frustrate boils my blood is when I see certain people on the internet, women and men, and they going at each other. Or our people are focusing on the wrong thing. High value, man. What? When the scripture says if a man findeth a wife, he found a good thing. That's not to say a woman's more valuable than a man. It goes to show you that a man has value when he's complete and whole. And the character that made this up don't even got a wife. Funny looking character with some ugly looking glasses on, some renter suits. Yes, them suits, he probably renting them suits, okay? Or he's probably trying them out. See, some companies, he's probably trying them out and then sending them back or doing for review. See, he's probably got a contract with some people. Yeah. And who cares if they're his suits or not? Who cares, right? Let's read on. I just can't stand little demons like that. I can't stand coons. I can't stand coonettes. I can't stand the helps, and I can't stand the people who wants to say, I'll get some balls. I'll fix them up for you. And want to be happy to get the whip. Ooh, today we can drag you by that whip, you devils. All right. So it's the cheap prison thing that is just like knocking me out. Y'all, it's getting me. So overview of current forms of prison labor in the United States. Today, there are 3 main kinds of prison labor: in housework, the production of goods for sale, and work release programs. However, similar forms of exploitation can also be found in rehabilitation programs and immigration detention centers. I want to share with y'all a very ignorant comment. and I'm going to go ahead and keep it a buck. I'm the kind of person that I'm a child of the Most High, that if I hear something contrary or bothers my Father, it will bubble inside of me till I express it. And I can't allow friendships or familiarities cause me to tuck that aside. For people that see Mexicans as so-called Mexicans as immigrants, you're very ignorant. The reason I say you're ignorant is because, do you not understand they're an immigrant if they're on one side of the fence? Do that make any sense? Were they immigrants on the journey of the Trail of Tears? Were they immigrants then? While many of them died? Were they immigrants then? Or are the immigrants the very ones, or should I say aliens, are the very ones who came here and forced others to leave? But they're not immigrants when they need to receive their produce, now are they? That disgusts me. It disgusts me. If this shoe fits you, I'm going to need you to go to the Most High and check with him on concerning what you just said to me, because I can't stand ignorant, nasty comments like that. I can't stand it. Harvard University, Yale University, Brown University, and many other Ivy League universities was built off slavery and off of our people, exactly. Not to mention, got our books. Talking about Black history. How about we talk about the present profiters of the history from slavery? How about we talk about that? Parents be so hyped, proud. And with Edom, it's steaming to grow in this kingdom for what? They'll show you with Whoopi Goldberg. They will cancel you, punish you, put you in timeout. And that, like Fox said, we think she learned a lot. We think she learned her lesson. Learned. It shows you the discussion they made when after beating your back, and they go to dinner while you're still hanging there, and they're at the dinner table, okay, and they're like saying, "You think that was enough?" Yeah, I think it's enough. Okay, what time tomorrow should we let her down, or let them down? Or when they raped our men, buck breaking our men in front of the whole house, you know. Would gather our people and make them watch that. And they walk around like they're so, like there's something to be, like somebody want to be like. They ain't nothing but the state. It's worse than the scum of the earth. Overview of current forms of prison labor in the United States today. And let me get this straight too. It ain't just the blacks in it, or so-called blacks in slavery. You say, well, we don't want to add Indians with us. Listen to me, simpletons. You let the white man bring that division to you and make you think that they're separate from us. Why? Oh, because they're getting checks. What you fail to realize is because Joseph has a separate set of blessing on him. The house of Ephraim has a different blessing. So certain things are different for them. You have to get that through your brains. Today, there are three main kinds of prison labor in the house work: the production of goods for sale and work release programs. However, similar forms of exploitation can also be found in rehabilitation programs and immigration detention centers. Already, let's go on. That says around 63,000 inmates produce goods for external sale. Some of these goods are designed for government agencies and some for the private market. Prison industries jobs range from farm work and manufacturing to call center and distribution centers. Every state except for Alaska has a state-governed prison industries initiative. And the federal government runs a separate program, Federal Prison Industries Trading, as UNI Corps. Takes my breath reading this, man. States also operate where, and you think about in the prisons, who's the main faces in there? Blacks, Hispanics, and Taino Indians. Our people go to their schools to solve their problems. Exactly. And meanwhile, being studied while they're in there, because they do a lot of surveys. That's where all the surveys is going on at. And guess what? Those surveys ain't even real because you're questioning some majority of the black brothers, the brothers in there. Majority of them are coons. Majority of them go end up with a white girl, like stupid, silly looking Kanye, Coon West. And when he get on, he leave you for a white girl. And guess what? And when she got done, put a spell on you, she left you behind for a white boy. Stupid. And not only did she leave you, but she made sure her spell would remain on you, that you would just continue to make a mockery show of yourself. Stupid. Darn shame. You played your own people. Now look where you at. Don't make no doggone sense. What's better with a white girl? She not going. You can't plant a tree in the ocean. You can't plant certain seeds in certain places. In other words, why would you want to plant your seed in something that don't look like you, where you came from? You hate yourself? Stupid. States also operate release programs which provide inmate labor to provide private companies. Let me slow down. Y'all know there's that fast talking. It's kicking in. States also operate work release programs which provide inmate labor to provide companies at off-site locations. Inmates eligible for these programs are usually designed as minimum risk offenders who are nearing the end of their sentence and require program support to transition them back into the community. Many inmates in work release programs work at poultry plants and other agricultural facilities under hazardous conditions. In Oklahoma and Mississippi, oh, Father. This kind of work is not restricted to inmates. Oklahoma uses defendants sent to rehabilitation programs to process chickens at a private facility for no pay. A practice at the ACLU of Oklahoma is challenging in a class action. Mississippi has restitution programs where it sends people to work off debts owed to the state by acting as a temp agency for a number of industries to the state, which is the new slave master. But it's an entity that you can't argue with other than those who represent the state. And your birth certificate makes you property of the state. You know what I'm saying? All the so-called black professionals that brag about their degrees, where are the communities of business and schools? That part. What good is your degrees and them stupid little alphabet soups behind your name? Don't mean a darn thing. It's only going to look good on a plaque hanging up in your house, collecting dust, and also on your tomb when you're in the grave, weathering the storms in the sun. Because you walk around with your allegiance to your frat brothers and your sorority sisters. That's who they really more in agreement with if they become frat and sorority people. Basically, they under the Greek spell. Listen here, check it out. Like pretrial defendants, civil detainees cannot be forced to work under the 13th Amendment loophole, allowing slavery as a punishment for crime. So they're saying if you do a crime, we can treat you like a slave. So I'm going, just like the serpent did with Eve, I'm going to present the trap in a way to you that you're going to agree to take it. I'm going to make y'all have oppression and lock your men up so your sons grow up and think, I gotta take care of my mom and my sisters and them, and I got to get this money, and I got to get on the block. My mom on drugs, my daddy ain't home. Oh, Esau. It is unthinkable what the Most High gonna do to y'all filthy, ugly, dirty dogs. You raw meat, hot dog water smelling, Deanna Sasha smelling, coming out the sun, wet dog, cigarette, trailer park trash smelling. Behinds. Let me read the book of Obadiah real quick. It's like my daily vitamin to keep my head above the waters when I get a little bit frustrated. I'll go head on over here and turn to the book of Obadiah. Say, she's saying a lot of mean calling. That ain't necessary. Just get to the point. Nah, the point is that's the facts and the truth. They smell like Deanna sausage and hot dog water that set out for 3 days. Now, I don't know what that smell like because I don't really have Deanna sausage. I don't like Deanna sausage. But when we was coming up, it was hard. We had to have Deanna sausage. I ain't smelled and seen a Deanna sausage in so long. But anywho, let's get the Obadiah. Multivitamin. Okay, multivitamins. I like the way you say that, brother, Mr. Good. Straight up. Now, where my daggone Obadiah at? I'll be so hyped to get there, y'all. I don't got time to wait. Excited. Hold on. So, as if you were just coming in late in this video, as I first addressed, basically Whoopi was being put on a 2-week suspension because she told the truth, and it wasn't told. The truth wasn't fabricated according to the lie and the propaganda being taught by the synagogue of Satan, the liars. There we go. Obadiah, very small book, but very impactful. It's like the cheesecake or a rich red velvet cake or a triple thick double chocolate fudge cake. It's really rich. You know, make you want something like that. All praise. I be cracking up too, bro. Most High had to give me this sense. This is as a gift from the Most High to keep me from really having to hurt something. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about all the things these devils do, I be trying to scratch me. They ought to be glad we ain't tearing this earth up. Ought to be glad. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith Ahiah concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Most High. An ambassador is sent among the nations. Arise and let us rise up against her for battle. I said battle. Excuse me. Behold, I have made you the least among the nations. You are greatly despised. Edom, you white people are greatly despised. Okay. The pride of your heart has deceived you. Who dwell in the clefts of the rocks. Cave beasts. Okay, that's where you come from, okay? Whose habitation is high, who says in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You think you're going to be going to the moon and swimming in the ocean and doing this and doing that, putting your little ugly flag everywhere, and you finna to be brought low. Y'all see this little symbol thing, this little thing right here? Does anybody have information? You know what this thing remind me of? Them little things, them little grease people used to wear. But I know it's something to that. I know it's something more to that. I can't put my finger on, but I know it's something to that symbol. The little leaf things right here. Look at her little ugly self. Tell me why she look the same. I hear I'm 34 years old and this woman ain't aged a bit. Tell you why. Because she eating children's. Now, though you rise high like the eagle, which is their symbol on that ugly flag, sitting on the top of it, looking all stupid. And though your nest is set among the stars, satellites, and you're going up there trying to put your flag down there, thence I will bring you down, says Ahiah. If these come to you, or robbers by night, how could you have remained silent? Okay, I don't like this version. I don't got time right now. I don't got time. I'm not in the mood. I need that good old rhythm. I need that old thing bike. Just get a look at this devil here. Man, the sins being revealed. See, I ain't paid and bought for, okay? I'm bought by the blood, and I'm covered by the king, the king of all kings. So you can't shut me up, devil. I'm gonna say I ain't even apologize neither. I don't care if you came to my house with 50 soldiers and with guns to my head. I ain't apologizing. Now, verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? How would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they have not let leave some grapes? This is also mentioned in Jeremiah. We just read it yesterday, 49. How are the things of Esau searched out? Because the Most High said, I have uncovered their secret places. So the Most High is revealing. The Spirit of the Creator is exposing them. That's why they being exposed, family. Oh, funky devils. Here, I'm going to put it like this so y'all can see as I read. You can't see the picture, but just look at that. Tyrone Jackson. To achieve world government, it is necessary to remove from the minds of men their individuality. Yes. Loyalty to family traditions, nationality, patriotism, and religious dogmas. Brock Adams, UN. Wait, but okay. Yeah, the king said to them, let the children come to me and do not forbid them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. Aramaic Bible in plain English, Matthew 19:14. Oh, snap. You got the Aramaic in plain English? Okay. Welcome, Brother Tyrone. All praise to the Father. Yeah, I got an Aramaic in plain English too. But I like to read with a certain rhythm because it says here, if these come to you in the Aramaic and robbers, you would have remained silent till they had stolen enough or great. So it's not, no, that's not. There's some things when translation to the English, it's not the same vibration. That's why I wouldn't want to read that. Welcome, the yellow bellied snakes. Exactly. There you go. Yup. It says, how are the things Esau, verses 6 of Obadiah chapter 1. How are the things of Esau, which is the white, so-called white man, woman, and child, searched out? How are all his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with you have deceived you and prevailed against you. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the higher, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, your scientists, your college scholars, and all the rest of the foolish ones who think they know something. And understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. It said every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. No, not near one of y'all getting salvation. No, not near one of y'all getting away. Give a John Brown how good of a cracker you is. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob. This is why you're getting cut off. Shame shall cover thee. There goes that mark, like it was mentioned for Cain. And thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest have not looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. You should have mind your business, staying in your lane. Neither should you have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither should you have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest have not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, he's talking to Edom and says, my people. He didn't say, like, he wasn't speaking to Esau like that. Esau ain't none of his. Washington, D.C. used to be called Rome, Maryland. I ain't surprised. In order to stabilize world population, it is necessary to eliminate 350,000 people a day. It is a horrible thing to say, but it's just as bad not to say, yep, Jacques Cousteau. I'm sorry if I misquote the last person's name. Thank you, beloved Gloria Miller, for sharing that. I appreciate you, beloved sister. Welcome. Okay, as if you're just coming in right now, we're reading under Obadiah, also addressing how Whoopi didn't have to apologize. She didn't say nothing wrong. When these devils want to put on timeout, it's them trying to make a public example of trying to, buck break her and make people try to brainwash us. We don't care. You can't change our minds. We know that they are the synagogue of Satan and that she was right. It wasn't about race. It was about Esau being wicked to Esau. That's in-house problem. That's y'all issues. Y'all dogs and hyenas. Put a bunch of hungry dogs and hyenas around in a cave with one with one zebra leg and see how they act for food. They so greedy, they don't want to share amongst themselves. Warning, label on a box of surgical masks. This product is an ear loop mask. This product is not a respirator and will not provide protection against COVID-19 and other viruses or contaminants. You know what I think this is? I'm not going to get into that, but I did a video in the summer showing how a man tried to buy every kind of mask that's out there, and he took a vapor and blow the vapor out with the mask on, and the vapor went right through the mask. So if the vapor is able to come through the mask, that lets you know anything airborne is able to enter the mask. So the point of breathing, holding the mask on is very vain. I mean, it's foolish. Unless you are covered unless you are in the shadow of the Almighty, covered by Him, His word says no plague shall come nigh your dwelling. Because our ancestors wasn't wearing nobody's mask out there in Egypt when he was smacking and attacking it behind them Egyptians out there in Egypt. And these heathens is seeing a lot of the plagues from Pharaoh in Egypt and them, plus some. Children's face masks increase carbon dioxide 6-fold over acceptable levels, Dr. Brown. Yeah, my children don't wear masks. We don't wear masks. Okay, Mr. Good. If I be here then, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day. I think that's a distraction. I think it's got a face on it. I don't think that's a real, I think that's a distraction. If that is something about that ain't right. That's not, something about that ain't right. Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape, neither should thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. Edom delivered our people up. Edom did it. For the day of Ahai is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. As you have done to the children of Jacob, it will be done unto you heathens. That's period. Yo, you already know you got that fire from them yellow bellies. You got that right, bro. That's right. And we're going to give them a fire sandwich and take it down with a shot of fire, double shot. All the darkness in the world cannot extinguish the light of a single candle. Okay, they're just sharing quotes. Okay. So yeah. He said, for you have, he said, for the, okay, wait, he said, upon all heathen, if you have done, it shall be done unto you. Thy reward shall return upon your own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. You heathen are a part of our possessions. You are a part of our inheritance. We're going to possess you. And it says it in Jeremiah 30. And the house of Jacob, Judah shall possess them. Bond men and bond. Yeah, we're gonna possess y'all. All right. So it says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for I have spoken it. There shall not be any remaining for the house of Esau. Got to get rid of the serpent seed. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain of the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of this host of the children of Jacob shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath. And the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sarephath, shall possess the cities of the south. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Ahijah's. Yep. Since Sunday, January 30, 2022, black babies aborted since. Oh my gosh. Since Sunday, January 30th, 2022, 24,531 black babies aborted. Since January 1st to the 30th? It's all these little stupid thoughts and Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B followers that's getting turned up off of some bottles and get popping their legs wide open and getting pregnated and then aborting their babies. Child, I don't got time with them long, nasty, ugly, long, nasty longs and nails and long lashes and long weaves. Everything else in life mattered to them than what's the wound of their body. 1,000 a day since 1973. Brothers, stop. This is a real pandemic. This is like they're making us kill ourselves off so that the blessing of us being innumerable can no longer be a blessing, but it's looked as a curse in the U.S. This is what it all turned out to be, family. After beating us long enough, they realized we ain't got to beat them no more. They'll be beating it themselves. We don't got to take their babies and throw them in the now. They'll be throwing their babies to the now, their own self. When you become a woman, to become a woman is to realize what you were made to and designed to be. A woman carries a child. She nurses the child. She gives care to the child. To destroy a baby, to kill and murder a baby, to abort a baby is like, it's unthinkable. It's just crazy. Like, you don't hear about that now. That's amongst our people, right, brother? Is that about our babies? That's the number for our children, right? Because the white women's ain't doing this. And then add in there how many of our children are filling up the adoption centers and stuff. Being adopted by Caucasian Edomite dogs and being treated like slaves. I had to just pray against this one family. The little girl's hair I do. Guess what? They didn't want me doing her hair no more. They actually stopped me from doing her hair because I told her that when they go try to take her to Sunday church, ask them why what color the true Messiah is. He ain't white. Tell them that. And ever since then, she was like, oh, she can't come no more. But guess what? The father made the one hairstylist who used to come and do her hair, made her not come no more, so that they had to result to me. And now I'm back to doing her hair. Black abortions is the number one cause of death for black people. Wow! Hear that, family. This is not history. This is present. Let's stay in the present right now. Because our history hasn't really made much of a difference for us. They say, well, yeah, we got cars, yeah, these things are just things that make it comfortable in captivity. But as my brother Aboriginal said, black abortion is the number one cause of death for black people. In turn, shows you spiritually, fornication is keeping our people in a bound state. Because why? It's either These women who think I got to pursue my dreams, they're college students. I guarantee you majority of them are college students. Young mothers or young ladies who want to be fast, hot to trot, want to be popping their legs wide open, turning up, not ready. Or people who are, a lot of these Christians who are doing stuff behind their pastor daddy's back or the congregation's back and parents trying to save their shame. I understand rape, it happened to me. I understand. But that percentage has got to be smaller than the percentage of those who are willingly being whores and going out here popping it wide open and busting it wide open and stuff. Having children. I mean, getting pregnant and not having the children. And men just throwing their seed around the woman. It don't just fall on the man. I mean, the woman, it falls on the man. Because a lot of these men just playing seed with her. They probably see like 4, 5. I heard my brother would joke and be like talking with their buddies and be like, yeah, man, I had like 4, 3 nights in one night. In one night. And I'm thinking, well, how many baths you had in between them or washers did you have in between them? How many condoms? I mean, like, is you? And they'd be like, and I just skeeted in there. This is how you talk about the sisters. So that's trifling. To be spilling your seed like this. And women, you making yourself available. It's time to close your legs. Find worth in yourself. Once you find it, others will see it. White abortion is higher at 28. 28,138 since January 1st, only because their population is about 68%. Our population is, about 39%. And that's according to the Bureau, which is probably our numbers is greater than that because everybody don't report to the Bureau. I guess they count things by tax filing if you don't report to the census. But you know what gets me though? There are people being kidnapped and being like forced to make babies for sacrifices, and people is aborting their baby and not knowing that they're willingly giving over sacrifice. It's just why this is like the same practice of the Moloch deity. Like this place is demonic, man. And you say this is in the U.S. Wow. See if I can go to your channel now because it ain't let me go to your channel yesterday. I was like, well, I guess I can't subscribe to it. You know, it breaks my heart, family. It really breaks my heart. You might have just came in, but we were reading about different companies that, family, I kid y'all not, like, for example, like Starbucks, like of all Starbucks and Target for me, they very, very was strong. It's just, you know why? I don't like to go places where too many preppy whites go. I just don't like to be around them. I don't like to be around them. I don't like the energy they give me. I don't like the vibes. 1,000 a day, a black child is not born. Oh my gosh. I'm praying the Father can close the wounds up of our people who are not, of our women who are not going to be able to be prepared for the child. Like, just close the wounds, Father. Just like Elijah prayed for no rain, I'm praying, Father, if you hear down in heaven, anybody be in agreement with me, that we pray the Father begins to close the wound of the mothers of these women who are being fornicators and are not ready to have a child, and that the Father restrict the access for these men to fornicate with these women until these men learn the value of relationship and marriage. As I woke up this rising, I was in prayer. The Father gave me a vision. A lot of you may watch me and say, "Oh, she ain't even fully divorced yet, and she already want to be." The Father woke me up this morning, and there's things that I've been given on my vision board that's between me and Him. And even sometimes I don't even really write it out. I just have ideas. And He came to me this rising and let it be known, this, and this that you want, you can have, but they shall not have you. And that was very, very powerful. And what He was meaning was, don't be taken by the things I give you. What's that scripture that says in Deuteronomy where He says, when you go into the land and possess it, I believe it's Deuteronomy 29. He said, be mindful not to forget the Most High. Cynthia G is one of the ringleaders I know for supporting it. Yeah. She, ugly spirit. You know what? I never really watched her. And guess what? The Father keeps them kind of people off my meeting. The only one I really saw I really didn't really watch her, but I would just see is what's that lady name? I guess it was some of them from the Fly Nubian Queen Network. But that sister doesn't really, some of those they don't speak against the brothers. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the mind of the word. That's the only problem with me. But they speak on behalf of our people. I haven't been drawn. Those kind of people don't even come in my allegory. Like I'm not trying to be funny or nothing like that, bro. I feel what you're saying, because we have our different researches. Like as the Most High's lawyer crew, we go out and do what is required of us to deal with certain things, or just to be aware of stuff, But I seen my brother Rohit Nabi do a video on her, and he said, does she have a point, or is she a hypocrite? And knowing Tough Guy, who was a family prophet, was using her as a case study. He is where I got the idea for case studies from, as to show how women will talk about the black man, but you're really being a hypocrite, because a lot of what I can assume that's what he was saying, but I didn't really watch it because I was more hungry for word. You know what I'm saying? I wanted they to be fed spiritually. Now I got a scam person calling me from Ohio, right to the voicemail you go, keeping it moving. Okay, but those kind of females, and some Tasha K stuff. A lot of these females, some of her, like when you bashing our brothers, it's okay to address the problem. Don't identify the problem to the man. Okay. Now, the one thing I don't really have sympathy for, y'all know, I guess because it's close to home for me, is the sodomy stuff. I ain't really got no tolerance for that. Okay, because it's disrespectful for a man to know what he wants, or to be struggling with something and not be honest with the person or himself enough to say, I'm not ready, or I shouldn't do that to you. But I thank the Father that all things work together for the good, because the Father let it be known for my good. But like I was trying to share with y'all, I woke up this rising early. It's because the Father is so cool. I wrote on my little planner thing. Matter of fact, I set alarms in my phone for prayer time where I want to dedicate to be with Him. Do you know my alarm has never gone off in any of those times? It would go off in times I didn't set. So just like that one year, I said, Father, it was a day before daylight savings. I said, Father, can you wake me up at this time? And He had woke me up that time every day that year. And because the first alarm I wanted for prayer was at 8 o'clock, I wanted to get up at 8. He'd been waking me up every day at 8. And I looked at that clock and I said, I went in prayer. I was like, hey, Father. Hey, precious Father. Speak to me here. I make myself available. Just something simple like that. And as He was speaking to me, He was showing me things, because yesterday was hard for me. It was so hard to get that man that rent when he did not want to fix this toilet. But I know the Most High going to deal. The Most High going to deal. And regardless of where I'm at in this time, I'm going to look down the road to where I'm going to be. And what I was trying to say was, the Father said He's going to give me these things, but these things will not have me, which means don't be weighed down or taken. In other words, He looks for those to bless with things that He knows that when He gives that to them, those things will not find place in their heart, but He will always be the center. And that's why I wanted to play that song for y'all yesterday. I'm going to play this song because my audio was not too well yesterday, but I want to play this for y'all. Understand that It's only a few, a remnant of the ones who are woke and real. We can see through these devils out here, as my brother Mr. Good says, these yellow bellies. And the mass may be deceived, but it was always a few voices that spoke out, that gave the people opportunity to receive truth. Nothing Whoopi said was wrong. I stand by that. I support the truth she spoke. I do not support her apology. We know the apology is her safe zoning for her to maintain what she has. And this goes to show you a person who speaks truth but has no integrity nor character. Because integrity says, I don't care what I'm going to lose or what may come my way. I'm going to stand on my truth. So I stand on the truth that was spoken. That's what I stand on. And no, it wasn't about race. And no, you ain't going to make me apologize and break me. I ain't the one. I don't give a John Brown. I ain't your mommy and I ain't having it. Let me go on down here to the song. Okay. It's called Center. Y'all know I like to play some music. Okay. I love to bless y'all with some music and whatnot and whatever have you. So stay tuned, family.
What if smartphones were more than just smart?
If you can. If you, some of y'all, I know, work from home, busy, whatever like that, whatever have you. But let this song bless you. Let me look at this Cynthia G.
I can't be with no one else but you. No one else but you. It's all about this timing, yeah. He's the center and he is the glue. Without him, there's no you. Yeah. So, I'm gonna come to the big thing. I won't come to big things. Do big things.
Yeah.
So,
did she do a video a day ago talking about some black males are the new white supremacists? Yo, somebody need to really check this chick. Oh, we gonna send some prayers. She going on the list. Charges finna be filed. Charges finna be filed. With your white girl. How much she getting paid for this nonsense? It's gonna put a blemish on her soul. It ain't. I don't care how much she getting paid. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, family. Talking about hashtag psychology. Talking about some hashtag Cynthia. Talking about hashtag interracial dating. Hashtag psychology. Let me tell you something, beloved. Our men that marry white women are under a spell, and they are being allured. But they could come back like Samson. That's what the story of Samson's for. When I see men that do that, it's either they'll be destroyed with that white woman, or they're going to end up being spared and turn around and wake up. They don't need to see a sister like this run her mouth at them and say that's the reason why we ain't with you. See, they use people like her for examples. Black man is. Oh, let me let this play. Wow, look at this. Well, she's something else. See, some of these people, we would be fighting. Like, we would be really fighting.
Just like your mentor.
Oh my gosh, she said do not birth black men. Oh my goodness. She come from the pit of hell. A brother put up a video, said when Cynthia G said do not birth black men, it makes sense every time. Where he coming from? Cynthia G and her supporters are miserable. You're absolutely right, they're miserable. High value struggle coach gets checked by white zaddy, and guess who's mad? Oh, there you go, Tanya, TKO. That's what, yeah. Gay black man fed up with black man reads them for Phil. Absolute Phil. Must see. Oh, yeah. Cynthia G speaks on her pregnancy with Robert Perkins. I can't stand this white eyeliner. I mean eyeshadow. I never liked it. So shadow's not supposed to be white. Still bothers me. Jeezy. Hey Mamash, I gotta go. Okay. Don't lie, in my eyes, you're a superstar. Patient, love, and that's who you are. It's all about this timing, She said she's suing everybody saying her name. Girl, you come for me, I will pull up and find you. You come for me, little girl, I will pull up and find you. That's real. I'm a pull up door. What's up? You ain't nobody. People like you, the most I will elevate me if I eliminate you off this earth. That's not a threat. Talking about you suing everybody say your name. Girl, bye. I spit on your name, girl. You nothing. You are deplorable. You ain't worthy of your melanin. Your mom should be ashamed that she birthed you. You're not worthy of the food you eat. You're a disgrace. I can't stand women like that. She put the Beckys are spilling the tea on black men's lives, and guess who's men? First of all, why would you listen to anything a white girl got to say concerning our men? There was an agenda they were under when they got with our men in the first place. All they wanted was that Alabama black snake. That's all they want. They don't care about the man. So basically, she is the female version of what's his name, Kevin Samuels. They both are broken. Pain. And they're turning their pain as a campaign of destruction for profit. And the Most High gonna see about you. Mason Greenwood exposed by his girlfriend for putting hands on and feet on her. She probably deserved it. I don't mean to say women getting beat up deserve it, but she a white woman with a black man. She probably said the N-word or something like that to him. Ain't no telling. You know how many brothers I know that was with white girls and they said that to them? It comes out. Let's hear what these people got to say about so-called Whoopi, not so-called, but Whoopi being suspended. And they put capital suspension in it. Like, we're trying to get your attention. Like, we're punishing her. Like, oh, please. Ain't nobody scared of y'all. Y'all don't run nothing. The only thing y'all run is what the Father let y'all run. From the View over Holocaust Race Row debate. What is it right? Was it a right move? Let's listen. Let's see what they got to say real quick on the Hill. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it on my phone where it's louder. Let me skip the ad so I can get in my history. Y'all hype, man. But y'all ain't suspend Trump when he said all the crazy stuff out his mouth, though. Y'all funny, man.
Whoopi Goldberg has been
this guy, his wig.
ABC's The View for 2 weeks after her remarks over the Holocaust. ABC's president, Kim Godwin, issued a statement saying, effective immediately, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and hurtful comments, while Whoopi has apologized.
So it's hurtful because she said it's not a race issue. It's just a human against humanity. Basically, it's hurtful because she said, let's just tell the truth. So truth hurts these devils. Yeah, y'all showing how y'all the synagogue of Satan. Y'all proving Revelation 2:9-3:9 to be right every time. Every time.
I've asked her to take time to reflect and learn about the
impact
of her comments.
Reflect. In other words, don't see it that way. I need you to see. It's time for them to hypnotize. So while she's on this punishment, ain't no telling what handlers is gonna come see about her to make sure she get ultra doses or whatever like that. So when she come back, she's speaking completely opposite of what she said before. She gonna probably be shucking and dancing and doing backflips for the Jewish people like Nick Cannon did for a whole year.
Goldberg visited The Late Show with Stephen Colbert after she issued her first apology, but seemed to dig herself deeper into controversy since her conversation with Colbert.
Controversy's good.
Apology on The View on
Do you think
Tuesday.
Whoopi Goldberg incident was a Black History Month?
Like
yes. Thank you for that. This is why I know. Like, thank you for saying this. You remind me. I forgot that was on my bullet points to mention. That is exactly what it is. Because like I shared with y'all yesterday, how they kept on putting on the news, Allegram, about the HBCUs having bomb threats. They want anything to be mentioned on out there in the media concerning Blackness is bad, negative. One time it was Bill Cosby. Now it's Whoopi. They going for that old money that people of old and new know who they are. This is what they did in the back in the days when slavery came, when they went for the big, strong one and broke that one. Oh, Father!
Because they might like asking the Nazis.
Listen what she had to say.
Yes, it's a racial issue.
Well, see, this is what's interesting to me because the Nazis lied. It wasn't. They had issues with ethnicity. Not with race, because most of the Nazis were white people, and most of the people they were attacking were white people.
Period.
So to me, I'm thinking, how can you say it's about race if you are fighting each other?
Right.
So it all really began because I said, how will we explain to
what is it? Blonde hairs, blue eyes? Wasn't that the issue he had? If you didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, and let me tell you something, you heard about the tall whites? They all were identified with blonde hair and blue eyes. Basically said, if you're not the elite of the alien race, just like people within our own nation think you're more black if your melanin is a darker hue. When the power of melanin is that it can produce these different hues. That's the power of it. Oops.
children what happened in Nazi Germany? I said this wasn't racial. This was about white on white.
Period.
And everybody said, no, it was racial. And so that's what this all came from. So once again,
explain to us how you know why they say it was racial, because they want people to believe. See, once you say that out of a mouth of a daughter of Zion, she is from the nation. She is black. She's not no African American. She's not black. Matter of fact, she is from the nation of Jacob, a descendant of Isaac and Abraham. She is Shem. And here she is telling the truth. She's a real Shemite. What they want to say, Shem, anti-Semitic. She is from Shem, telling the truth about how there's no difference between y'all. Y'all just white picking on white. And the reason why, and then she offered reference how they didn't want that book Mouse to be in school because they don't want anything that shows negative history concerning white people to be told. In other words, they don't want to be, where's my book? They don't want to be revealed. They don't want to be revealed, family. Absolutely. I know that this incident concerning Whoopi Goldberg in the Black History Month was a shaming ritual. Absolutely it was. Absolutely it was. It's a shaming ritual to set an example and try to make us feel intimidated to think according to truth. What did she say was wrong and hurtful? If that really hurt you, you better get ready for what the king got for you. That goes to show you. Now, what do you think the Bible says about you? If that's hurtful, then the Bible assassinates you.
Don't write me anymore. I know how you feel. Okay, I already know. I get it. And I'm going to take your word for it and never bring it up again.
Here with us to discuss our editor-in-chief of the Post-Millennial, Libby Emmons, and Democratic
Take their word for it and never mention it again. In other words, you can never say something like that again. Well, I'll say it for the Holocaust wasn't about race. The Holocaust wasn't about race. The Holocaust wasn't about base. Holocaust wasn't about race. Holocaust wasn't about race. Holocaust wasn't about race. Hey, oh yeah, Most High told me to read something for y'all 7 times. I forgot. Let me get that. He told me to read this 7 times. Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. I'm going to read that 7 times. Oh, thank you, Father. I ain't get off this and I ain't forget. I ain't letting nothing go unhandled. You reminded me. I thank you, my beloved brother. I thank you. That's what they try to accuse us for, what they are doing. They like to say we sold ourselves. Exactly. No, it was the Hamites. The other tribes, we are from Shem, the firstborn blessed of the son of Noah. The other African tribes are from Ham. That's why they weren't in slavery with us. They was picking out who they wanted to get. It wasn't just a bunch of Africans was sold in slavery. It was the children of Jacob. Moses told us that. Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. You ain't going to shut me up. I'm going to tell the truth till the last breath of my body leave. And Ahiah, your husbandman, will put all those curses upon your enemies and upon those who hate you and who persecute you. 1. And Ahiah, your husbandman, will put all these curses upon your enemies and on those who hate you and who persecuted you. 2. And Ahiah, your husbandman, will put all these curses upon your enemies and on those who hate you, who persecuted you. 3. And Ahiah will put all these curses upon your enemies and on those who hate you, who persecuted you. 4. I had 3, but I had 4. And Ahiah, your husbandman, will put all these curses upon your enemies and on those who hate you and who persecuted you. 5. And Ahiah, your husbandman, will put all these curses upon your enemies and on those who hate you and who persecuted you. 6. Ahiah, your husbandman, will put all these curses upon your enemies and on those who hate you and who persecuted you. 7. And Ahiah, your husbandman, will put all these curses upon your enemies and on those who hate you and who persecuted you. 7-fold of these curses upon our enemies and those who persecuted us and who hate us. In the mighty name of Yeshua, I speak this through the authority and in the power invested in me by the King of all kings and through my Father who lives in me. So be it, it is done. Hamites, termites, pesticides, well said. Plate in the mouth of heaven. Oh, everybody think Mother Africa. No. We came from north, further up of Africa. That's where Abraham came from. Turkey, Iran, Saudi Arabia, that area. Everywhere in the Bible, where the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Red Sea and the Jordan, all that's mentioned in our Bible, it's up there. It ain't in somewhere in the middle of Africa. That's where all the rivers were. When you listen to our stories, there's always mention of water. We were in a watery area. It wasn't no dried out desert area. We came to the wilderness where there was also water that was bitter and he turned sweet. I love how you said that. Because I make it be real known. It ain't that I hate them. It's just they ain't us. And guess what? I got some kind of hatred for you because you put your hands on my ancestors. How about that? You're just as bad as look, when you look at Victoria's Secret models, who they pick? Esau and the Hamites. They think that token. Let me tell you something. The heads of the Hamites, their heads are round. We have different head shapes than them. Their head shapes are different from us. You don't believe me? I'm going to show you. The differences in the heads of the Egyptians and the slaves. How were slaves in Egypt different from others? Wait, hold on, let me see. In the heads. The differences between the heads of the Shemites and the Hamites. Let's see if we can get that. No, when you say Shem, they put Semitic. Semitic is a term that the fake Jews made up. It's not Semitic. Look, it says, how come Semites and Hamites are considered Caucasian? Wait, when there is no such thing as Hamites. Semite is a language originate from the. Yo, you got to be careful on this internet, yo. You got to be careful. I forgot to look up that upside down map you told me. Let me see. What do you call it again? You said upside down map? South upside down? Is that what you said? South up map. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Look at that. South up map orientation is the orientation of a map with south up or at the top of the map. Okay, because they try to make the north up. So, wow. This is how they have it now, right? But it's supposed to be this way. Remember I was reading, it said that Ham was west, Shem was the middle, Japheth was, Shem was east, facing east. Japheth was west, and south, Ham was facing south. See there? Wow. But I want to show y'all the head shapes. I saw this on the History Channel. They were showing how our heads had more of like, you know what I mean, the definition to than their heads. Their heads, I'll just say African heads compared to Negro head. Africans' heads compared to Negro skeleton.
Here are some pictures that match.
You know what? Okay, skeletal differences between black and white. Okay, I ain't asked that one. Skull human. They're not giving it to me. Dark-skinned people, they like to put on the bottom. Yeah, they always try to put us on the bottom. Ain't that something? I heard about that. They trying to make the white European, all the white nations on top. Ain't that something? Wicked devils. A skeleton of a Negro compared to a skeleton of a Hamite. They keep giving black and white. I didn't say white. They ain't gonna share. They ain't gonna share this. Hamites is the name formerly used for the North and Horn African peoples in the context of a now outdated model dividing humanity into different races. They're trying to say we indigenous to Africa. We indigenous to the whole East. We're not just indigenous to Africa. We read our history. We was over there in Rome. You know what I'm saying? We crossed the Jordan River. And that shows you that it was not near what they trying to make you think it was. I'm going to do more history in that because I don't like to be holding that up on stuff like that. I hate when that does that. And they be watching me knowing, okay, we can't give her this. We can't give her that. Devils. Look at this devil on Fox News telling me something. Whoopi Goldberg's apology is not enough. Oh, so but your apologies, as I just was reading about all the different companies that benefited from our slavery. And y'all gonna say we sorry from 1830 we these Chase Banks and UNRI, all these different companies benefit from slavery, but y'all you want to give us an apology? When you take that apology and shut up then. You see how they're so hypocritical? Talking about her apology ain't enough. I can't stand Fox News. And them little blondies. I'd love to catch them blondies when they're going into their car. Straight drag them. But I can do it in the spirit realm. I don't want to make it a threat. I wouldn't drag anyone. I know how to keep my hands to myself. I have self-control, which is a fruit of the spirit. Yeah, I got self-control. Because I know what's coming for them is greater than anything I can do to them. That's period. They're going to make her crawl back into plantation right. They finna remind her of the color purple. They finna treat like she on color purple. Somebody said the Holocaust is not about Nazis killing 6 million Jews. No, they keep trying to say Jews. They're not Jews. I should title my videos that the Holocaust people were not Jews. They're not Jews. They don't come from Judah. They're not us. They were not brought on slave ships in slavery. Sorry about it. They said the Holocaust is about the Nazis killing some 17 million people, including 6 million crackers, 9 million Russians, and 2.3 million Poles, 500,000 Serbs, and Romani people. Romani. What is that? Regardless of their titles, what is the outcome of them all? They're all white. So basically, call them what you want. Basically about white people killing white people. 200,000 Freemasons and thousands other, including homosexuals, disabled people, teachers, and etc. And America does that to this day. They have a more silent Holocaust, and that is setting up abortion clinics in our neighborhoods, prisons, and doctrinational stuff they're doing to our children. Y'all Holocausting us, so shut up. She was at her job performing work, so yes, they suspended her. They don't like her work conduct same as any other. Look at all these crackers talking they trash. Curse be, as I just read, Deuteronomy 30 verse 7 applied to all you crackers. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7 is going to all you crackers, all you Edomites. How does someone work their way through an idea, especially a bad idea? If they are punished for saying the wrong thing, this is the reason freedom of speech is so important. Let her speak her mind. Let Rogan speak his. Period. She can't speak her mind. I'm going to take your word for it and never bring it up again. Whoopi Goldberg. Translation, I'm not really going to apologize nor accept what you guys are correcting me on. This is my opinion. I'll just keep it to myself. I ain't keeping nothing in myself. I'm going to say what I want to say. That's the bottom line. Y'all got to say what y'all want to say. You're trying to say it's karma for Karen. Kim Irvison. Man, so let me get this straight. She can say anything about anybody except the fake Jews, and she is for cancel culture. Exactly. Like, this is pathetic. Say something about the gays or about them Jewish people, they're going to cancel you, because them Jewish people, majority of them are gay. They sleep with animals. They sleep with little boys. They sleep with the Pope. Faggots. What baffles me is that nobody in the world cares about what Whoopi Goldberg thinks. In my mind, she can say whatever she wants, and I'll continue not care. Her opinion is beyond worthless to me. Oh, okay. So you will Edomite devil. Shut up. Curse be you too. All y'all curse. To learn who really rules over you, simply learn who you are not allowed to criticize. Period. Balatar. Guess that's the name of him. I'll criticize you all I want to. I don't care. You can't give me nothing. You can't take nothing from me because you ain't give me life. They going to, arresting black men and taking them off the streets for minor crimes is a form of kidnapping. Period. Say it, bro. Say it. They kidnap our people, put them in these environments with murderers and all kinds of stuff. People with serious sentences, so that they could destroy that person in prison. They could come back to the community and not be good for their family or for possibly to establish a family. This is why they're doing this, because family comes out of the black man. Women talking about don't birth black men. She is an agent to help depopularize us. Cynthia G, may the Most High send vengeance and wrath to you right now as I speak in the mighty name of Yeshua. May he bring forth everything that you laid up to you. Let it all come upon you in the name of Yeshua. May you feel it right now. I know how to execute the authority the Most High gave me. I know how to come see about you. Somebody said she should go back to acting. She's such a great actress. Her performance in The Color Purple was incredible. See how wicked they are? They're trying to say, go back to Color Purple. You was a slave. Father, I'm telling y'all, I can't read this kind of stuff, because this is the kind of stuff that is like me going to a pigsty and getting mad because pigs was walking up on me and stuff like that and splashing mud on me. I'm going to go ahead and not look at that. She's deliberately doing it, bro. I'm praying that you be in agreement with me on that prayer I just sent concerning the Most High bringing his wrath to her. Will you be in agreement with me today, brother? Where 2 or 3 together in this name. He said, if 2 touch and agree on this thing will be established. So are you going to be in agreement with me that what I pray concerning that agent of Satan against our men? Absolutely, so be it. Anybody else that watch this video later on, you be in agreement with, well, whether you be in agreement or not, the Father already let it be known. He wanted me to read Deuteronomy 30 verse 7 times. So 7 times 7, will it be, that word is going forth right now to all those who hate us and persecuted us, our enemies. Most High is going to put curses on you. But today we curse and will continually curse our enemies. That's the prayer we have for you. I'm saying it on the top of as loud as I can from the depth of my soul. The Father instructed me to pray that for y'all. He didn't say turn the other cheek and pray that you love him and all this. And he didn't say that. He said pray this for you. And on top of that, we also pray that Cynthia G and people like Kevin Samuels and all their liking that want to help destroy our people. Kevin, Stephen A. Smith, all you coons that helps you broken agents that want to help break our people. May the Most High bring forth terror, torment, vexation, cursing, plagues, hindrance to you and yours. For every soul that you affected, may it be 7 times 7 for you. In the mighty name of Yeshua. For every sarcastic, demonic Edomite making their comments against somebody speaking truth because it's white people killing white people, may the Most High curse you as well. That's where I'm at with it. That's how I feel about you. No mercy, no compassion, no empathy for you. For the Fox News Channel, everybody on that network, may the Most High bring forth the vengeance and wrath to you. Basically, I don't got to call you out. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7 is being activated against every single one of our enemies and those who hate us and who persecute us. Simple. That's what it is. The Most High is going to deal with those who continually wants to come for us. Look at this. Psalm 58 in the Aramaic Peshitta, it says, verse 3, the wicked are known from the wound. Why do you think Esau was fighting Jacob in the womb? He was wicked, the border of wickedness from the womb. Isaiah 44:2 show you the Most High said, I formed you from the womb. I made you upright, Jacob. So that's why they were fighting. So you was wicked, Esau, before you was born, you Edomites. You crackers was wicked before you was born. Well, as soon as your little white babies come out with their water heads, crying, looking like they so precious on the little Gerber commercials, the little Johnson commercial, on the little commercials that show the little white cracker babies. That's when it was walking around wicked. When it's crying, a wicked cry. When it burp, it's burping a wicked burp. When it's getting its pamper change, it's a wicked pamper change. Okay, so be it. Shalom, bro. Verse 4 says, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stops its ear and will not listen to the voice of the whisperer, neither to the charmer nor to the wise. Break their teeth in their mouths, O Ahia. Pull out their fangs of the lions, O Ahia. Let them be rejected as water which is contaminated. Let Ahia shoot his arrows until the wicked are destroyed. That is also my prayer for them. Like the wax that melts and drips before the fire, let them be destroyed. Fire has fallen from heaven and they did not see. The light of truth has been given. The truth is a light. People of darkness don't like the light, nor can it comprehend. Let their thorns be increased and fear of wrath shake them violently. The righteous shall rejoice when he sees the vengeance. He shall wash his hands in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, truly there is a reward for the righteous. Truly there is a Ahia that judges the earth and the earth. Yes, he judges in the earth. Yes, we put Ahia, your judgment in concerning this situation with Whoopi. We lift up this judgment unto you, Father, that you intercede on behalf of this situation. For these dogs thinking that they are gods, but they are nothing but mere men. That's where I stand today. My intention was to come on here, make sure these devils get the rebuke they get. And as my father told me, and I even wrote it down, he said Deuteronomy 37 times. So I'm going to let y'all go. I've been on for some time. I'm going to go in, and once I want this video, anybody with the same mind, spirit, understand that there's going to be some that pray against this video. This is warfare. So for as many as those who come in the name of Ahia, in the name of Yeshua, who have a mind to see the vengeance of the Most High be executed, pray this prayer in agreement with me. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7, speak this 7 times. Everybody, I want you to speak this 7 times. As many times as they promoting this nonsense on the news, we're going to keep praying Deuteronomy 37 times. If you got to pray it right on your refrigerator, pray it every day before you hit the door. Pray it every day. And Psalms 58, we just read. Okay? Psalm 58. I'm sorry, I'm screaming, y'all. Let me lower my voice. Psalms 58. And 59, which is deliverance from our enemies. Psalm 58 is cursing them, and Psalm 58 is deliverance from the enemies. Read Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. Psalms 109 on these dogs. Okay? Love y'all. To my brothers and sisters. We're not black. We are the children of Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We are the children of the Most High. His precious people unto himself, and warned us about these heathen round about us. So it's time to come out from amongst them, mentally, spiritually, and traditionally. Let them have their filth, because they're going to be caught unawares with it when the king comes. Love you all, family. Peace, blessings, and love. Shalom, 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 peace.